Hello, my charmed ones, and welcome back to my channel for another video. But this isn't just any video. This is my 2022 live planner launch. So to kick things off, I just want to go ahead and start with my little intro. Hello and welcome. If you are new here to my channel, my name is Alexis, but I'm also known as Miss Trenchcoat all across the internet. I'm an online entrepreneur who helps ambitious women plan for a balanced life and online business using my CEO strategy and master plan methods. And that is what we're going to be talking about today, specifically my master plan system of functional planning inserts. I always do a launch in the summertime for the year ahead, and I like to put together, a little presentation for what I have for you in the planner this year. What's new? What are the options? We can talk a little bit about how to use it and really just how to make sure you are planning for a balanced life and business. So that is what we are going to be talking about today. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, and I'm going to go look at my comments because I know there are people here live. Oh, there's my comments down here. I just want to quickly say hello to people who are live, and if you're watching a replay, please make sure to introduce yourself in the comments. The replay video will be up after we are done, like after YouTube finishes processing it. So if you can't stay the whole time, no problem. The video is here for you to watch. And if you're one of my replay viewers, thank you so much for spending time with me. Let me know where you're coming in from down in the comments. And if you have any questions as we go along in the video, you can absolutely leave them in the comments. And I'm very good about getting back to people who leave me comments on my videos. So for now, I do want to say hello to and acknowledge those of you who have come live. I'm so happy to see so many of you guys here. Charlene said, excited for this. So am I. Thank you so much for being here, Charlene. Melinda, hello, welcome. Mari, hello. Edie, welcome from Maryland. Erica, hello. Emma, Nikki, Teresa, Victoria, Patty, hello and welcome, you guys. We have B Vet, hello and welcome. Thank you guys so much for coming today. And yeah, there isn't very much to this. This is my agenda for the way we're going to do this class. Welcome, Robin, LVR. There's just comments coming in as I see them. I will shout out some people while we're getting started here. But this is my agenda for the call. Just going to say hello to everyone. I do have an overhead view set up with my planner here with the inserts inside, and I'm going to walk you through the inserts, what's changed. I'm going to talk about the different options that you guys have for the master planner this year and how you can actually get the master planner as a free bonus if you enroll in the annual payment option for the Productivity and Planning Mastermind. But we're going to talk about all of that a little bit later. Once I'm done giving my little presentation, I will open the floor to Q&A. You guys can ask me anything you want about the planners or the mastermind. We can chit chat. I hope you guys have something to drink. I have a soda. I forgot to make coffee, so I just made myself a soda. Okay, let me see. There's lots more people that popped in. I said hello to, did I say hello to Robin, TN, LVR, Gudrun, welcome. Dorothy, welcome. Tammy, welcome. Terry, welcome. Claire, thank you guys all for being here. I'm so glad to see so many of you guys here. And I will say that there are way more people here than thumbs up in this video, so please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. I don't think you guys realize how much that little thumbs up really does help creators. You guys know I'm not someone who tells you to make sure you've got your notifications turned on. True story. I actually am someone who does not like to tell people to turn their notifications on because I'm very anti-notification, productivity wise. So yeah, if you guys could do me a favor, give me a thumbs up, I would appreciate it. It helps to make sure that this live is seen by more people and we have more engagement and all that fun stuff. So thank you for the thumbs up, everyone. Okay, let's see where I am. Did I welcome Tammy already? I think I got Claire. Annette, welcome. Okay, maybe people are just chatting. B Vet says, oh, is this, I don't want to say who I think your name is because you don't have your name on your thing, but you're in the mastermind. So it says your planner is saving me. Yes, a lot of people tell me that my planner is like a godsend. It is one of, let's go ahead and really quickly, before we jump into like the overhead, let me give you guys a little bit of a brief history on the Charmed, what I don't call it the Charmed Life Master Planner anymore, but I used to call it that. It's now just called the Master Plan System. Now, I developed this system in 2015, and it was the first planner that was coined as a functional planning system. So you hear a lot of people talk about functional planning in this community. I'm pretty sure it originated with me. I didn't ever hear anyone talking about that before I started talking about functional planning in like 2014, 2015. So in the context of like having a paper planner, there's functional planning, which means to me that your planner needs to be a place, it needs to be a tool. It needs to be the place that you can rely on to basically dump all of your big thoughts, plans, dreams, and ideas out of your head onto paper and get them organized so that you are creating a life that is, number one, balanced, right? Because I think all of us have a lot of different competing priorities. And one thing that I've always thought was it was always annoying to me was that I've been a lover of planning and productivity since I was young. But all of the productivity and planning sort of books that you can kind of come across that tell you like how to plan your days and things like that always are from a man's and normally a corporate sort of structures, sort of, uh, their sort of how to be productive at work, right? How to be productive in a corporate setting, right? That's everything about productivity. And so it really annoyed me that that was how most productivity and most planners were set up, years ago. I think things have definitely changed in more recent years, but it always annoyed me that that was how things were set up, that it was always corporate focused. So for me, the master planner is all about integrating your life, like your goals, your priorities, your family, with whatever work or career or hobbies or other things that you do. So your personal with your outer world, right, can be mixed together in the Charm Life Master Planner. And people ask me all the time, Alexis, is the Charm Life Master Planner just for businesses? No, it's not. My CEO strategy planner, that's for business owners who work online. But the master planner is a system. It is a collection of lots of different inserts, which is something that makes it very unique, that work together to be a place where you can dump your ideas out of your head onto paper, get them organized, structure them into plans like project plans, and then get them scheduled into your calendar. And it has a lot of different tools and resources built into it to help you make sure that you're managing your to-do list so that you're not getting yourself overwhelmed, that you're not working off of endless to-do lists. So you just don't feel like, it's all work, 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 and not enough play. So that is my little spiel about the Charmed Life Master Planner, how it kind of all started. It kind of kicked off this idea of functional planning that we see nowadays, but I still think it's an incredibly unique system because if you think about other planners that are out there on the market, a lot of other planners are, if you think about the structure of them, a lot of other planners are like, they give you like, let's say like a year or 2 years at a glance in the beginning, like the little mini calendars. And then they give you like the monthly calendar. So like maybe like a month on 2 pages for the year, or maybe it's like a 18 month, like a year and a half. About this time of year, a lot of, year and a half planners are being launched. And then you get like a weekly of some sort, and then you get a couple of note sections like papers in the back, maybe an address or contact list, something like that. But that's pretty much the structure of most planners nowadays. And for me, I just thought that was not functional, right? That was not what I needed to get my thoughts out of my head, to get them organized, and to make sure that I was planning my life intentionally from the perspective of making sure that I'm balancing different priorities in life, the things that I want to accomplish, plus giving myself the time to take care of myself, do self-care, personal development, manage my family life, my home life, etc. So that is what makes I think the Charm Life Master Planner different. Another thing that makes the Charm Life Master Planner different, I need to stop saying Charm Life Master Planner. I'm going to default to that, but it's just called the Master Plan System now. But what makes the Master Planner different, another thing that makes it different, is it is a digital print on demand. So when you purchase the Master Planner, it is a print on demand PDF that you get. So you'll get, when you make your purchase, you get a bunch of PDFs that are for each element of the planner. and you're able to actually print them out at home on a standard printer. And I do give really detailed print instructions for how to do that. Or if you don't have a printer, you can feel free to take it to Staples or FedEx, Kinko's, whatnot, have it printed for yourself. It is intentionally printed to be all black and white. That minimizes the cost of printing. If you go somewhere else, it also makes it easier on your printer because you're not using up a lot of colorful inks and things like that. I keep it nice and minimal. And it's intentionally designed to be something that's better for printing, right? So that it's not, there's never a lot of heavy text. There's not a lot of super heavy lines or blocks or things like that. Everything is designed with printing at home in mind. And what that means is that you're able to purchase the planner and set your planner up immediately. There's no waiting for shipping. There's no waiting for a package to come in the mail. There's no unboxing a package and then like the inserts being damaged or you not liking the paper quality. So many people in this community are very picky about the paper quality they use, maybe because they use a fountain pen or, a very specific type of markers they like to use. So you have control of that when you print at home. And all you need to do from there is I recommend having a paper trimmer and a punch for the type of system that you use. So that you're going to see in a moment, my system that I default to is always the disc bound system. It's just so easy and so customizable. But in the past, I've loved and thoroughly enjoyed 6-ring binders like Filofax, Kiki K, Franklin Covey, etc. So all you need to do is have to have a paper trimmer, the punch for your planner, binder, and obviously the binder itself, and you are good to go. So this is a very customizable system that you can literally build what you want into your own planner and have the planner that works for you, not one that's like some default planner off of the shelf at the store that just gives you like the absolute bare minimum. You're going to see in a second, a lot of stuff comes in this planner. So let's do less yapping and more showing, shall we? Okay, so let me just get my view here. I've got a little crystal here. I know you guys like to see my crystal, so I'll let you see this crystal. It's a beautiful quartz crystal. It's the one that sits on my desk. I'll put you over here for now. I think that'll be better. You'll be out of the way. And I think we can see, let me push this back, scooch, scooch. Okay, so here is the 2020 Charmed Life Master Planner. That's ooh and ah, isn't it beautiful? I printed this out this morning. Telling you guys, if you're afraid of print on demand, I have a whole video on how to do it. So easy. I did this morning, like while I was getting ready, just printed out the inserts I wanted to show. I didn't print out the full year for each of the planners. And I also didn't bother printing out the personal size of the inserts because I'm like, you know what, you guys just want to see what the inserts look like. There's more pictures on the website. And I will be doing some more follow-up videos if you guys need to see more details on sizings and things like that, after this call today. So Charmed Life Master Planner, we are in focus, right? So yeah, I think we're in focus. Okay. So this is the cover page. Then we have the This Planner Belongs To page. This is a design that I've used. This design is something that has not changed since the beginning of the master planner. I always use this sort of style with the little phone and this. And it does say reward promised at the bottom of this page. Some people always are surprised by that because I do think, if you lose your planner, you want to give people some incentive to give it back to you, right? So you can write down what reward you want to give them. You're not promising them $1 million for returning your planner, but our planners are important in their investments. So I do have that on that page, but you can feel free to white it out if that makes you uncomfortable. Now, the master planner always starts with my 5 functional planning worksheets. These are worksheets that are intended to help you get your year organized when you're starting off with the planner. So this first one is identifying your priorities. So you're not really going to be able to read it. It is like there's text on this page, but this is all about setting your top 5 priorities. Then we talk about establishing routines. So I have here a little blurb about routines, morning routines, evening routines. I make some suggestions, but you also have ability to fill things in yourself. Part 3, building positive habits. I have some tips on habit building for you. So this is great. It's just all built into the beginning. These always come with all my planners. Functionally planning your day. Here's some tips for functional planning. And then part 5, taking action. So I have some tips here, 5 tips to actually help you to take action when you're making these plans. Okay, so here's the actual official start, we'll say, of the calendar section of the master planner. And I do have these really lovely script style Dividers, they're optional. If you don't like them, you don't have to print those pages out, but I like to have them in my planner. I like the way they look. And I'm going to show you guys a little later some additional goodies you get with the planner to help make, organization a little better when you're, to make your own personal system. So here's the calendars. So we start off with the yearly calendar here. 2022 is the year we're walking into. So we have the little monthly, this is your year at a glance reference calendar. And I will say this is the only calendar that I keep in the planner. I intentionally keep it this way, where the week starts on a Sunday and ends on a Saturday. All of my other planning inserts have weekends together. And that's intentional because something I noticed early on in the planning community was that having the weekend days separated or starting the week on a Sunday, I realize this isn't for everyone. There's a personal preference with this, as with everything in life. But I just felt like it caused more issues when doing weekend planning to have the weekend separated. So in this one, I give you that traditional view, at least if you're in the US, this is the traditional view that you're used to. But everywhere else, it's a Monday start and it ends with Sunday. Weekends are together. I think that creates more optimal planning. If you're doing things for the weekend, it's all together. You know what I mean? So if it's not for you, I totally get it. But that is the way that my planner is organized. Then we move into the yearly tracker. So this is a full year, January through December, and it has all of the dates of the year. I hope you guys are actually able to see this. I can zoom in a little bit more, but let's see. You gonna zoom for me? There you are. I hope you guys are able to see that. I might have to keep this pulled up a little bit for you guys to see it better. But this is a yearly tracker. This is great for marking off things like vacation days, holidays, might be like for work hours and work schedules, just little things. I've used this in the past for tracking my cycle, for tracking astrological info. There really is like a variety of things that people can track with something like this. I think probably a most popular one might be like workouts, like it could be calories. It could be, you could mark off days that you have certain symptoms. If you're like someone who suffers from like migraines, you could like keep track of that on a very simple tracker like this. Then we move into, I'm gonna try to pull this back because I think that one was maybe the only one where it was super, who does it? You? Okay. Then we have the yearly overview. This is actually a year on 4 pages. So you have January through June on one spread and then July through December on the other. And this is very similar, but it gives you more like space per date. So this is great for like a perpetual calendar if you want to put all birthdays. This is also great for work schedules. It's also great. I know somebody in the community who uses this every year for their workouts. They actually like put their actual details of their workouts in each one of these little slots. I've used it as my editorial calendar in the past as well, like marking off when I was going to be posting certain things to which accounts, etc. So again, very versatile. And with both of these, I do have, you can tell the one little difference is the gray. I do have the weekends marked off in gray. That's just as a visual marker so that you guys can kind of manage your months. I find when it's just blank, it's hard to see. So you have the dates of the month. Then you have here in this second line, you have the day of the week. So you understand what day of the week it is. And then the weekends are highlighted. Okay. Wonderful. Love this spread. Okay. Then we have what I consider to be this little page break here. We're going to come back to what this page break is for in a little bit, but then I'm going to move on to the next bits that make the master planner like a very functional planner, which is the project planning section. When you buy the master plan system, it comes with project planning sheets and everything I'm showing you today, it comes with. I'll tell you when things will be different, okay? So projects, this is where we have a couple of differences that have been made in 2022's planner, okay? So projects always start with my project tracking matrix. This is a matrix I developed several years ago that has the full year months up top, and you can essentially break down your projects or objectives and you can assign them to either the months as a short-term project, you can assign them to the quarters of the year as a midterm project, or a long-term project, halves of the year. So you can actually go ahead and assign things to when you're going to work on them. And my philosophy for this page is there's a quote that says something like, you know, the quote that says a place for everything and everything in its place. Well, I changed that to say a time for everything and everything in time. I believe you can have and do it all, but when it comes to like productivity and your to-do list, you can't do it all at once, right? So if you have lots of like objectives that you're trying to reach for the year, some projects you're trying to do, personal development you want to do, a spread like this is really great for helping you to actually plan out when you're going to work on those projects in your life so that you know that you have time for everything at the end of the year. It's not all going to be done in January, right? You're not going to get everything done at the start of the year. You're not going to get everything done in a month. So managing your year by looking at the whole year and kind of assigning when you're going to work on things is a real game changer as part of my functional planning philosophy. Now we're going to turn the page and you guys are going to see the first big update to the master planner. You ready? In addition to it, these are project tracker pages. This was something that was highly requested by the community, and I'm like, you know what? Great idea. I'll put it in. So in addition to having the ability to map your projects out, across the year and see where they're going to be, you can actually also use these inserts to track when you're working on your project. So you have an area for project name, the due date if you want to assign a due date to the project, and then some boxes that say started, in progress, and complete, right? So like when you're getting something started, you can check it off. When you feel like things are getting going, you're in progress, and then once it's done, you can complete. So that is one of the additions that's been added to the planner, a nice simple project tracker to help people. I know some people are really excited. I can already see the comments. People are excited about the project tracker. Okay, then we go into the project planning pages. This is my 2-page project planning spread. Project plan notes, you have an area to put the title of the project, a description of what you're trying to do, due date, list of resources you might need to reference, your actual, strategic list of tasks, and then notes, okay? And you get like, you obviously you get like, when I give this to you guys as a file, there's like a bunch of them in there if you just wanted to print them out. That's for like a beginner who just wants to print things out and have enough. But you guys know, print on demand, you can print as many of these as you want and use them. So I just printed a couple of these. Next is the brain dump section. And this kicks off like a section in the planner that I call my brilliant ideas section. So it's brain dump, brainstorm, and notes. So the brain dump section, I will show you the insert. And the way there's a lot of different ways that you can print the inserts that I have, but the way that I print my divider pages is I like to put I have like the actual label, and then the back is blank. I do that for most of them. Anything where the pages inside, I might remove and add new ones very often. That's how I like to do it, just so it's nice and clean. Okay, so here is the brain dump and organize and act spread. So you have a page to do a brain dump, right? Get your ideas, thoughts, plans, dreams, ideas out of your head onto paper. And then you have what is known as the Eisenhower prioritization matrix to be able to take those items and determine if they are important, not important, urgent, or not urgent. And so what happens is, let's say you have some tasks and you're like, oh, this is important task and it's urgent. It has to be done soon. Okay, it goes on this list. Let's say you have a task. You're like, well, it's important, but it's not urgent. It's not due for like another month. So you could put it in important, not urgent. If you get something that's not important to you, right? But it's urgent. Like, let me explain to you the way the quadrants work, okay? Important and urgent. These are things you want to plan to do immediately, right? This is your immediate to-do list if anything goes there. Important, not important, but urgent is something that you may want to consider deferring, right? So it's something that maybe someone else thinks is important. You should probably find someone else. And by defer, I mean delegate. You should be delegating urgent but not important tasks, right? Because we don't want you to be wasting your time doing anything that's not actually important unless you absolutely have to, okay? Important and not urgent, this is a to-do list that you'll plan to schedule later, right? These are things that you want to be aware of that are coming up but aren't on your plate right now. And then anything that's not important, not urgent, can be deferred or deleted, right? So these are things, if they're not important and not urgent, they're just thoughts you've had. I tend to save these, but you could put them on a someday maybe task list and save them for later. But this is just an easy way to prioritize a big to-do list, right? So this is brain dump and organize and act. Next section is the brainstorm section. And here you have my brainstorm and plan and prep. Now you use this spread a little bit backwards. So I consider this to be the first page, the page you want to plan on. So this is essentially like a nice little quadranted sort of mind map. So if you're trying to brainstorm, right, you're coming up with ideas or you're trying to figure out solutions. Up at the top here, this is where I'll put either the project that I'm working on, like, so let's say it's like plan my husband's birthday, right? That could be it. And then what you could do is in all of the quadrants, right? You could put different subtopics to kind of generate ideas for or just start making little lists for. Same thing if you have something where it's like a project, it's like a problem. Let's say you're like, I'm trying to figure out how to, different ways I can grow my Instagram following, right? You could put what the problem is or the question you have at the top and then start generating some ideas for maybe content or strategies you could be using to help you with that, find a solution. Then once you've done your brainstorm, you have like a little skeleton of a project plan on the other side. So you have an area for tasks and notes, right? And what you could do is go ahead and work off of this brainstorm sheet if you wanted to, or you could organize it into an actual proper project plan if you wanted to get it formal, but you have options. You see how these are tools that are meant to help you organize your thoughts into actual strategic plans. Next section is notes. This is just a section of line notes, very simple, with dates, right? Because I always do believe it's important to date your notes, very important. Also put like a title of what you're working on, but at the very least, dates save me all the time, actually, on my notes. Then the final thing that we have in here that is something that not everybody needs or uses, an index. So for some people, it's helpful to have an index. Now, something I should note is that the printer on demand, this printable version of the master planner does not have page numbers anymore. I used to, but they actually, a lot of people didn't like them, so I removed them. What you could do if you are so inclined is write in your own page numbers, right? And track the content that's on that page. This is completely optional. This is really something that's more for my printed bound version of the master planner that you can buy on Amazon. But index, always great to have the index, okay? So now, this chunk that I just showed you, standard. Every planner you get, every master planner type you get, you're gonna get these inserts, okay? And I should mention right now that the master planner comes with two sizes, half letter, and it also comes with Filofax Personal, which is 3.7 by 6.7, I think roughly are the sizes on that. So when you get these files, you get both of them. You always get the personal and the half letter, so no matter what planner you're using, what size planner, you've got the inserts for it. And I have the print directions to show you how to use both of those sizes to print at half letter, A5, full letter, A4, and of course, the Filofax personal size as well. I also have a set of directions on the website, on the shop, for how to print for Happy Planner. And if you have any other sizes that you want to print for, you can use those directions and adjust your pages as necessary. So there really is a lot of flexibility in this system. Okay, so as I said, you guys get everything in the master planner that we just showed you. This is the core of the master planner is what I call it. But one of the things that makes the master planning system unique is that I give you guys some options for your actual planning and scheduling. To me, these inserts were non-negotiable. You need to bring them. You need to brainstorm. You need note pages. You need those calendars, right? To help you organize information. You need the projects, right? If you're someone who has things to do and get accomplished, you need the project section. Those are non-negotiables. But the way you actually like to schedule that information, that's unique to you. So a lot of people ask me all the time, Alexis, what planner setup do you recommend for a working mom? What planner setup do you recommend for a student? What planner setup do you recommend for a business owner or a retired person, right? And the answer is there is no default that I can give you. It's just the way that you prefer to see information when you are scheduling and how much information you actually have to schedule on your months and on your weeks. So the first thing I want to show you guys are the 2 monthly options that you have for the master planner when you check out. You can actually choose which monthly option you want. First option is what I call the month on one page, although there are 2 pages on this. So this is the January example of the month on one page. You can see you've got a truncated monthly view. This is great if you're someone who just uses symbols or just writes in little things. You don't have a lot of things that you need to plan on your month. Maybe you just just mark off certain days. You're not someone who goes heavy on the monthly planning. That's fine. It's all about how you visualize information and what you need for how much you write in each box, essentially. So truncated monthly planner, a top 3 for the month, the top 3 things you need to get done, your objectives, etc. And then a section for important dates and events down here. So you can actually write down, if you need a little bit more writing room, you can actually write things down. So when I use this, because I have gone on and off using this spread, what I would do is I would use like a little sticker, like a flag sticker to mark off days. And then I would have what the day was and what the item is for reference. So I could see what days had items on them, and then I can reference them down at the bottom. Worked very well for me. And then the second page of the month on one page is the master monthly task list. So one of my functional planning philosophies is do not work off of a huge long to-do list. I want you to be focused on a to-do list for the month that you're in. So on your monthly task list, you're going to put the things that are due that month or the things that you reasonably believe you can have done in a month that keeps your to-do list from being 10 miles long. Okay? So that is the month on one page option. Conversely, you have a month on two page option, which is maybe more of the conventional spread that we're used to seeing. It starts with a divider for the month, right? So you have like that, clean division done. And then we have the month on two pages. Not much has changed on this page, but what I will say is if anyone knows last year, the planners and previous, they used to have a box over the numbers. A lot of people said it would be great if we could take those boxes out to give you a little bit more room to write. So I did that. And I do think you're right. It looks a little cleaner. So things to note about my planner here is that not only is this a place where you can actually fill in your monthly tasks like dates, holidays, important events. I use my month on two pages as an editorial calendar for my business and my content. But I also have, instead of having a notes column, I have a column here that says this week, and it has check boxes on it. Because what I have here is you have the ability to, if you want to, you can go ahead and just make a to-do list for the month here if you wanted to. Or you could take items from your monthly to-do list, which is right here, right? Your monthly task list. And you could assign them to the week they belong to. So if you have something, you're like, oh, I have something that's very important I have to do this week, you can put it on the top. It's like a little top 3 for the week. That's kind of built in. This is how I like to allocate tasks. Now, if you have any questions about this, I do talk about this more in depth in like my monthly planning videos, so you can go get them on my, previous videos, et cetera, et cetera. But a lot of people find that to be unique. I find it to be very helpful to be able to allocate your tasks to what week you're actually going to do them on. It just makes things more functional. Down at the bottom here, you just have a few lines, right? I used to use this, and maybe I still probably am going to use this way. It's no big deal. For writing down my top 3 for the month, like my top 3 objectives for the month, or you could write a quote, or you could put something important, or you could just cover it with stickers if you're so inclined to do that. Whatever you want to do. Your planner, your life, go for it. Okay, so the month on 2 pages, again, it's kind of more like 4 pages because you've got the divider, the 2-page spread, and then the monthly tasks, okay? So you get the option when you buy the master planner of month on 1 page, month on 2 page, or you could buy both. I do have bundle options where you could buy both monthlies if you wanted to. So if you're someone who wants to be able to have the flexibility to switch out, absolutely up to you. That's an option for you. Okay, next section that we're getting to here are my weekly agendas. Okay, I call these the monthly calendars because they're like overall, big picture for you to see. And then my weeklies are the weekly agendas. And I have 3 to show you. Now, big difference, new update for the weeklies now. This first page of my weeklies in years past, last year and maybe last 2 years, it was a tracker. It was just like a simple tracker chart. I've actually changed it to be the objectives page. So I'm going to actually bring this a little closer. You guys can get a look at this. You guys may have seen this because I've been previewing this design. I've been working on it all year. And you guys may have seen it in other forms, but now I've actually officially put it into the master planner because I think it's a really important functional planning insert that people need. So like I said, I choose 3 objectives for the month that I work on, right? These could be personal things, these could be business things, etc. I map them out in my project tracker. You guys saw that whole yearly project tracker, the matrix where I had the months and the quarters and the halves, etc. Great. So every month I have up to 3 objectives that I'm working on. Now, this is a way for me to manage those objectives a little bit more strategically, a little bit more organized. So there's an area here for objective 1. You can title it in. And then you have 6 boxes for some tasks. So maybe this isn't going to be enough tasks for the full objective or the full project, but it'll definitely give you a place to start so you can track what you're working on, right? And then if you need a longer project plan to work off of, you've got that as well. So objective 1, objective 2 listed in, objective 3 listed in, okay? Then we have sections down here at the bottom for weekly actions we need to take, okay? So what are the things that you need to do? Maybe like you do it on a weekly basis, something you do on the weekly basis. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little boxes for that. And then we have the little check boxes for 1 to 5, up to 5 weeks in a month. You guys know how that works. Okay. Then we have a little daily action tracker. So if there are any, and let me get nice and close for you guys, actually, so it's nice and close. There we go. Let's leave that. There we go. So I think that's 6 items for you to track. Things that you might want to do, daily habits, etc. Maybe like things that you need to work on every day, right? And you have a little check, tiny little, they remind me of Scantron. Oh my God, I was having such a hard time figuring out how to get all the little boxes in here. And I'm like, wait, the Scantrons have the long skinny boxes in school, if you guys remember Scantrons. Okay, so, or maybe I'm dating myself here. Okay, maybe they probably do everything online now, or people who are probably, graduated before me are like, what's a Scantron? We did everything by hand. Okay, and then you have the dates 1 through 31. So you can track your daily actions. This page is the start of every weekly agenda that I have. All my agenda options start with this. And actually, you know what? I feel like there's too much sun coming in and this is blowing. Let me turn the light off real quick and see if we get better lighting. I just don't want to, I want to make sure you guys are seeing everything. Is that better, you guys? As the light moves around outside, it kind of messes with the light. I think that you can see that better now. I think we can see better. Okay, so objectives. So every month, the weeks start with an objective page. So you're going to have a February objectives that starts before the weeks for February. You'll have a March objectives before the weeks that start for March, okay? So option number 1 for the weeks is my vertical week on 2 pages. This is like my classic design. This is the design I started the master planner with. It has an area for the top 3 every day, an important functional planning philosophy tool, strategy that I recommend. Then the days of the week have a line section that you can use for notes. You could create a schedule using this, or you could just, you could add tasks in little task boxes if that works for you. Then at the bottom, there's these openings, and the weekends are just openings where you can either create, you could write your plans for the evening. You could actually, what I tend to do with this is I actually dedicate each one of these boxes to a different topic. So habits might be in one, my meals might be in another, right? You could organize all this out every different way. And yes, the vertical square boxes that are like Erin Condren and Happy Planner, those stickers, they do fit in these columns. So that was designed to fit with those, right? So if you are someone who likes a little bit of, functional planning stickers, I even sell some functional planning stickers in my shop, you can use them in this spread, okay? So this is the week on 2 pages. Then we have, okay, again, this is the beginning of every week. This is the week on 1 page. So this tends to be the insert that I use the most, the week on 1 page. Okay, so let's walk through what you get on here. First, you have up to 5 weekly priorities. I think it's very important when we start the week, when we're doing our weekly planning, to identify what are the big things I need to be focused on this week, not the whole month. What needs to be done this week? What do I really need to be looking at this week? So fill in those priorities. And maybe you don't have 5, maybe you have 2, maybe you have 1, maybe you have 3, whatever it is, up to 5. And I have a cutoff, a limit for 5, because after that, are they priorities? Because priorities means that something has to be more important than others, right? Keep that in mind. So you can't have 10 priorities in a week. Then we have a nice task list, right? For the whole week. You have a little remember box, which you could use as, maybe something important's going on that week. Maybe there's something you absolutely have to do, don't want to forget, or it could be a place for gratitude or a quote, etc. Then we have the days of the week with their top 3, right? So you can actually go ahead and put your top 3 every day of the things that you need to work on, and then you have that supplemental task list. So this is the week on 1 page spread, usually the default spread I use. Okay, final option you have for your weekly agendas is actually a day on 1 page. So this is the day on 1 page spread. It has an area for your top 3, a today box that you can use for anything. It could be for something you need to remember. It could be a quote, a gratitude. It could be your meals for the day. You use that as you see fit. there is a schedule from 6 to 9. I do not put AM or PM in because some people start at night, and I've had a good amount of requests for that. So I stopped putting in AM or PM. You can also feel free to white over that and put in your own time slots if that works for you, but 6 to 9 seems to be pretty decent for most people. Then we've got a nice long task list for the day. Another remember section. Oh, and your gratitude. So you have a today section, remember and gratitude. So you have a dedicated gratitude section. Something you need to remember, maybe today, maybe a bill's due today, maybe it's someone's birthday today, maybe you want to write down your meals for today. Whatever that is, it's on your daily. So those are the 3 inserts for managing, scheduling your time, your weekly agenda, 2 weekly options and a daily option. And remember how I said that, let's just do it like this. Remember how I said there's that spot in the planner where I said before project planning, there's like a little page break, because the way that I organize my planner is I would go ahead and put in this section here, my monthly pages. So let's say here I just took month on 2 pages, and then my weekly option, right? Boom, 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 boom. This is what I love about using print-on-demand inserts. You can organize these any way you want. And the way that the actual calendars and agendas print, you could, if you want to, do all of your months together and then all of your weeks. Or you can do what I do, which is I do my month and then I do the weeklies for that month. And then I would start a new month and the weeklies for that month, etc. I like to have, I call that, what do I call that? A rotating calendar system, or I had a name for that at one point, like a term I used, but I think you guys know what I mean. You can either do your monthlies, which is January, February, March, etc., and then the weeks or days, however your inserts are, or you can put them together. I think I called it a continuous planning system. That's what I called it. So you'd go through all of January, the month, and then the weeks, February, month, weeks, etc. I like it that way. That's how I like to do it. And so this is how my planner would be organized. The calendars in the beginning, right? All of these calendars. Then we get to the actual scheduling stuff. Then we get to the projects. And then we get the brain dump and brainstorm and the notes, all of that, etc. Okay, so those are the options. Like I said, there's 2 monthlies and there's 3 weekly options. You can buy 1 monthly, 1 weekly if you want, or you can buy 2 monthlies and 1 of the weeklies, or you could buy 1 of the monthlies and all 3 of the weeklies, or you could buy all of it. You can buy the entire set if you want to on my shop. And actually, do we want to do that real quick? Let me see. You guys want to see what it looks like real quick on the shop when we do that? Let's take a look, actually. Let's pull up. Just to give you guys, and I'll give you guys like a screen share. Oh. What do I want to do here? Oh. There we are. Oh, make sure you can hear me still. Can you guys still hear me? Yes, you can. Excellent. Okay, so here we are on the Charm Shop, okay? And when you go over to the master planner, you're going to see it says select options. You're going to open it up. 2022 master plan system, printable PDF, right? And you have a monthly spread option and you have the weekly agenda spread option. So you can do month on one page. And what it's going to do is as you choose things, different options, there's going to be different prices that happen, right? If you wanted both, this doesn't change the price, but if you did both monthly options, that changes the price. If you wanted all 3 weekly agendas, that changes the price. So you have options here. Another thing I want to show you while I'm here is one difference here. Week on 2 pages, I've shown you guys what that looks like. We just looked at that in half letter. But this is what the week on 2 pages looks like for a personal size. So instead of it all being the vertical in one row basically, and only the weekends are in shared rows, in here you can see there's a this week column, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then it splits Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the bottom. And they're fully lined. There's no open blocks. So that is for the personal one. Oh, and you might be able to see this too here. On the objectives page, I couldn't fit in all of our little Scantron boxes, so we have a elongated box with markers for dates for you to just kind of create little X marks yourself or little scores for each of the days instead, because obviously, you know, we're working with a smaller format there. Okay, so I hope that was helpful for you guys to see that, right? That's what the listing looks like. That's how you will be able to check out and choose what you want. Now, we've talked about all this, I think all of the good stuff. Okay, next thing I want to talk about with you guys is how you can get the entire, oh wait, yeah, no, before we get to that, let me tell you about the bonuses. Didn't even show you the bonuses. We still have bonuses to talk about. Okay, so right now I have some bonuses. Since we're doing the launch, I like to create some special like things for you guys that you really can't get anywhere else, etc. Okay, so bonus number one, when you buy any of the master planners, right, you're gonna get, what's gonna happen is when you check out, that you're gonna get in your invoice, there's gonna be like a little purchase notes section, and I have a link to a Dropbox that's filled with goodies for you guys. The first thing that it's filled with that's not here right now for me to show you is I'm giving you all of the spreads from 2021. So you buy 2020 right now, you're getting all of 2021. And no matter what options you get, what I've decided was I'll give you guys all of the spread options for 2021. That way, if you, let's say you started off with, you bought the 2020 and you wanted to get the month on 2 pages and the vertical week on 2 pages, that's what you bought. But then you see, you can try out for the rest of the year, the 5.5 months, well, more like 5 months at this point, we're at the end of July. The 5 months left, you can test out any of those other inserts from 2021. So any of the other spreads, you're going to be able to test it out. And then there's plenty of time if you preferred something else to go ahead and buy the difference of what you're looking for, right? Because I wanted to make sure you guys were able to touch everything, try it out, and you have the inserts right now to start using. Now, one thing I will say, caveat to that, is the updates that I've made to the 2022, they start in 2022. So you're just going to get last year or this year's master planner as one of your bonuses when you buy your 2022 planner, okay? So you don't have to buy 2021 and 2022 right now if you're interested in this system. I give it to you when you buy the 2022, okay? Another bonus you get is the master plan dashboard. A lot of people have asked me about this. This was something I had created for myself, but I decided to make it a bonus for you guys. It's what I call the bougie, my bougie perfume, right? Because it's inspired by my favorite, my diptyque candles, right? Beautiful, love these here. You guys have, these are little baby one I keep on my desk. But that's how it's inspired, right? So it's my little master plan dashboard. You can use this as a cover, etc. Whatever you want to do with this. Oh, I would recommend printing it on vellum. It looks really great when you print it on vellum and then it's like layered in your planner and it has like that see-through look. Love it. Okay. Other bonuses you get. I'm also going to give you guys the monthly review insert. This was an insert that I'd given to my mastermind at the beginning of this year. And I just thought, you know what, this would be a beautiful bonus, right? So that every month you guys have the monthly review that you can do. And this is just a reusable insert, so you can use it ongoing. And it tells you like the prior month things to do, current month things to do, additional tasks. And then you have this journaling exercise here where you can kind of process your results from the prior month. Very helpful. Next thing you get as a bonus when you buy the master planner is the brain dump triggers list. So this is another freebie that was for my mastermind. And I thought, you know what, I should definitely give it to more people. So if you buy the master planner, you get the brain dump trigger list. And the idea for this is that when you're sitting down to do a brain dump, these are all of sorts of prompts that are intended to trigger your mind to remember things you might have been storing in your brain. I did a whole video that was a guided brain dump, which is roughly this, but in video form. But this is great to have in your planner. I keep mine usually in my right in my brain dump section, so I can just reference it while I'm doing a brain dump. Very, very helpful. And then the back page of it is just additional triggers. If you have any personal triggers that you want to list out, you can put them and then reference them as you're doing your brain dump, you know, month over month. Very, very helpful. Okay. And one final thing that comes with the master planner, I said some extra organization for your functional planner, is a set of printable tab stickers. So here's my actual planner. I'm going to show you guys. You guys know that here in my planner, I have these tabs stickers. These are stickers that I print myself on sticker paper, full sheet label paper. I print them using one of these, right? And I cut them out by hand, or if you have a Silhouette or a Cricut, you can import the file and do that if you want to. But I actually find for me, even though I do have a Silhouette, I just end up printing them and cutting them by hand when I need them. It really isn't difficult at all. So basically, you have the ability to, and you guys can see, it has every month. It actually has 2 sets of months, and then it has sections for calendar, which these are the sections that I have dividers for. So calendar, projects, brain dump, brainstorm, notes, and index, right? So you've got all of the stickers you need to go ahead and make yourself an organized planner. I love dividers. Do not get me wrong. I love dividers, but I find that they're so bulky. So I prefer having these little sticky tabs in my planner to give me organization. And when you have them like this, it means you can make them as a top tab if you want to, or it could be a side tab. Some people have these bottom tabs as well. Whatever you want to do, you can stick them however you want to stick them. They just literally just fold over. You print them and you cut them out and you pull the backing off and they literally just fold over on themselves. So very awesome, amazing, very valuable. Another bonus that you get when you just buy a master planner. So that's the last final bonus you guys get for the master planner. And now I will talk to you guys about how you can get the whole system for free right now by joining my productivity and planning mastermind. So if you guys like today's presentation, I gave you a little primer to functional planning as we were going along. You might be ready for more, right? So if you're someone who's aligned with me, like you like the way I talk about planning, you like my planning style, you like the way that I teach, and you want to go deeper on not only functional planning, but so much more, personal development, business, etc., I have an offer for you now. Are you a functional planner looking for support online? So much of the planner community is dedicated to pretty planning, but we functional planners are more focused on using our planners to keep our lives organized, to map out our goals, and to get to work making our lives happen. To me, functional planning is about learning to manage your time, energy, and expectations, and it goes far beyond setting up a cute planner. Functional planning is a way of life that requires strategy and ongoing development. So being productive as a functional planner starts with having the right tools for planning and knowing how to use them productively to outline successful plans to get your desired outcomes in life. Being productive as a functional planner means doing the work of personal and self-development to overcome your weaknesses and develop success skills that will last a lifetime. And being productive as a functional planner requires support of a system of like-minded people to keep you inspired and motivated day in and day out to do the work and get the job done. Imagine what you could achieve if you had the latest and greatest productivity strategies delivered to you as straightforward and enjoyable content. So not having to read tons of books, not having to watch thousands of hours of videos, having a nice, simple presentation, straightforward, resources, strategies delivered to you. How about access to elegant planning tools designed based on time-tested time management strategies, right? Having some great new inserts. Yes, the Master Planner is an amazing functional planner. It is a great place to start for your planning and for organizing your life. But we know that there's lots of different ways we can be using our planners, a lot of different inserts we could be using to organize different aspects of our life. So what if you had access to a whole resource library of those? And what if you had a community of like-minded functional planners all learning to plan, execute, and upgrade their lives together alongside you? You know, one of the biggest reasons why people fail to achieve their goals and objectives in life is because they don't have the proper support and motivation. We know how quickly motivation runs out when we have our own motivation, but having that sort of external accountability to other people and having a place to check in and kind of share your thoughts and your ideas and things like that and what's going on and having people to just strategize with is so valuable. So if you're interested, I would like to introduce you to the Productivity and Planning Mastermind. This is a monthly membership platform dedicated to delivering you the latest productivity tools, strategies, and skills inside of a supportive group in a mastermind setting. So you can see here in this nice little picture, we've got so much going on with our planning mastermind, right? So I have a private membership course site, which is where all of the master classes that I've built out for our group are housed. plus our resource library. We have monthly master classes and we have monthly office hours. I create a whole unique set of inserts and downloads for you guys every month. And we have our productivity accountability group over on Slack as well. So if you're not someone who's interested in like a Facebook group, I don't like Facebook groups personally. We have a private Slack community so we can all stay in touch and chat. You guys can talk to me, in the group setting, or you can DM me privately. You can DM other members of the group privately, etc. We have lots of different channels it's basically a chat forum, and there's lots of different channels where we talk about different topics. There's a lot going on in our community. So get inspired, organized, and accountable. The Productivity Mastermind is a productivity and planning mastermind is the ongoing support you need to get all of your thoughts, plans, dreams, and ideas out of your head and onto paper so you can get down to business creating your dream life. Here's what you get when you sign up for the mastermind. You get every month we have a live masterclass. So each month I host a live masterclass on a new productivity planning or personal development topic. And during these masterclasses, you'll have the opportunity to chat with myself and other attendees when I do an open Q&A to make sure that you're learning and integrating the information the way that makes sense to you. Like I said, some people don't have time to like watch tons of videos and like read lots of books on productivity. I do this, this is my job. And so I deliver you these masterclasses every month on a fresh new topic with latest and greatest resources that I've learned and picked up from all the research I do. We also have a live office hours call every month. So each month I also host a 60-minute office hours call to answer questions and to socialize with the group. So these calls are scheduled each month at a varying date and time to give members opportunities to join around the globe. So actually our master classes are hosted the first Saturday of the month at 2 p.m. Eastern. Our office hours calls are always the 20th of the month. And if the 20th of the month is a weekday, Monday through Friday, it happens at 7 p.m. Eastern. If it's a weekend, Saturday or Sunday, it's 11 a.m. So I try to vary those so that more people can show up to them. Also, you get free workbooks and activities. So with every masterclass, I generally have a guided workbook, right, that accompanies the masterclass, and you'll get access to that and all the materials and additional homework and activities. That basically, I essentially put this together to help you put the principles of what I'm teaching you to action. So you get like a workbook with activities. A lot of times there's journaling prompts. A lot of times there's different affirmations and things like that that go into those workbooks. They're just a way for you to take what you learned in the masterclass and put it into reality. And it's sized for your planner. So I do all my workbooks are sized for like half letter. So you can put it in your planner as well. Then we also have a library of exclusive planner inserts and tools. So each month I create new fun inserts and planner designs to share with you guys. You also get a first look at things that I've been working on. Like I said, that objectives page was something I think I shared January or February with the group. So they've had that page for like 6 months at this point, right? So you guys see firsthand what I'm working on that's new. You guys get a dedicated new sets of inserts every month. And there's the whole resource library. So when you join, you get all of the master classes, all of the workbooks, all of the inserts I've made since we launched in October. We're coming up to almost a year now. I've got almost a year of back content that you can go ahead and pick from. And of course, we get that private membership community. Not only does the mastermind have its own dedicated membership website where our downloads and our resources are housed, but we also have our own private Slack channel, as I said, so we can stay in touch and chat together throughout the day. And what I do is every day, Monday through Friday, I post a prompt into one of I usually post at least once a day, but at least once a day, there is a prompt that goes up. We have an accountability prompt that we do on Mondays. We talk about objectives on Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, I try to do something inspirational, like a midweek motivation and affirmations. Thursday, we do like gratitude or thoughtfulness into like what we're struggling with. Fridays, we talk about self-care or like fun things that we're doing for the weekend. So I always have prompts going on, and then I'm also always dropping new content. And of course, the members as well are chatting all the time, asking questions, putting, thought-provoking prompts in of their own. I have a lot of people who drop their own prompts in, which is awesome. And it starts like a thread of conversation as well. So I'm always in there answering questions, responding to threads. There's always something going on every day inside of the Slack group. Here is our masterclass schedule for this year. So we're in July now. The next masterclass is August, which is breaking through limiting beliefs. But this is our schedule. January, we did a vision board party. February, we did functional planning. March was Manifest Destiny. April was Energy Management. May was Know Thyself, but that was the productivity assessment, which I also did one for free here on YouTube to give you like a taste of kind of the things that we work on. June, astrological insights. July was the mid-year refresh and review. August, like I said, breaking through limiting beliefs. September is going to be strategic planning systems. October is money magic. November is the attitude of gratitude. December is New Year goal setting. And then I will, probably around October, I'll probably be polling the Slack community and see what people want for me to do for 2022. But like a lot of these are things that you guys have requested for me to do or the things that I'm really into in the moment. So, there will be a new schedule for 2022's masterclasses as well. Now, there's also bonuses inside of the masterclass. So first of all, the mastermind. First of all, I give you my 12-week planning and productivity course. There's a course that I created several years back called the Productivity and Planning Mastermind course. And it's a 12 module course that covers all the aspects of planning and my functional planning methodologies and habits and routines and goal setting. Everything is in that course. You guys get access to it for as long as you're a member of the group. You can always have that for reference. We also have a private book club. Every month I choose a book. Well, we usually have the books for a quarter. So we have next quarter's books already chosen. And so you have the opportunity to read along with us. And then I post like a summary of the book for every month to kind of get, conversation going in a thread. And we also have like a wellness support group in there as well, because you guys know, maybe some of you guys know, several years ago, I lost a lot of weight. I've been kind of like yo-yoing, but wellness, personal wellness is a really important part of productivity to me and self-care to me. So we do talk about that. I share like what I'm eating. We share recipes, things like that. Just a nice little place. I don't want to say it's like having your own little private Weight Watchers meeting, but it's like a little taste of that. You know what I mean? So it's inside of our wellness support group. We do talk about things like that. Also, as your annual pay in full bonus, okay, if you pay for a full year of the mastermind, the bonus is the 2022 master plan system plus the 2021 if you want that as well, and all the bonuses I shared today. So when you enroll in the annual pay in full option of the mastermind, you'll get the full year membership to the mastermind plus the complete 2022 master plan system, which is a $75 value free. This is the best value to ensure that you have the right tools and ongoing support that you need to keep accountable to your goals. So this experience is for you if you love my content and products and you've gotten a lot of significant value from them and from following me online and using my strategies. It's for you if you're a functional planner who's comfortable with using printables or digital planning tools. And I'll be sharing, because I share a lot of those in the mastermind. You are curious about and open-minded and love learning new and out-of-the-box philosophies to help you improve your mindset in your life. This is not for you. If you're not the biggest fan of my philosophies, it's okay. I'm not offended, to each their own, right? So if you don't get value from what I do, you're probably not going to get value from the mastermind. It's not for you if you're focused more on pretty planning and scrapbooking in your planner and you wouldn't call yourself a functional planner. Like if you don't use your planner to like map out goals and get strategic and just like help create a balanced life for yourself, probably not for you. And it's also not for you if you're not someone who's comfortable interacting and sharing online. This is first and foremost an online community experience, and that's not for everyone. Not everyone is able to use or feel comfortable using the website or feel comfortable talking on Slack. If that's not for you, no problemo. The mastermind is not for you. Now, a few frequently asked questions. How long does the mastermind last? So the mastermind is like my premier way that I work with my community now. So this is ongoing. I have no end date in sight for this. So when you pay for a year, this is going to be here in a year. You know what I mean? Like, God forbid something happens to me. Obviously, that would be the only thing that takes us out of this. But it's an ongoing membership, and you can buy for a whole year, or you can be billed monthly. The monthly option is more expensive and does not have the annual pay in full bonus of the planner involved. How long do you have access to the materials inside the masterclass? From the moment you join the mastermind, you get access to everything, right? It's all there for you. You can go back. I don't drip content. You guys have everything you want. Go get it. Go have fun, right? And if you cancel, everything gets cut off immediately as well. So you can be charged on an annual basis, or you can be charged on a monthly basis. But if you cancel your monthly subscription, when you cancel it, you're cut out. So how and when, so that's very similar to like Amazon Prime. Like some of you guys understand that kind of, right? So I give it all to you guys up front and it ends when you cancel. How and when are the master classes held? I kind of already went through that. We do them on Zoom. We have the first Saturday of the month at 2 p.m. Eastern is the master class. The office hours is the 20th of the month at either 7 p.m. if it's a weekday or 11 a.m. if it's a weekend. How much does it cost? If you do the annual option, I'm going to show you guys, the annual option equates to $22 a month, but actually I have it on sale right now for the end of this month. So there's like a special price with this too right now. Or the month-to-month option is $33 a month. What's the refund policy of the mastermind, and or can I cancel in the future? You can cancel at any time. This is like not this is no strings attached. Try it. If you don't like it, you can feel free to leave. I'm totally okay with that. But there are no refunds, right? So I'm not going to give you money back if you try a month and you don't like it and you cancel. You don't get that back. But you can cancel at any time. There's a no questions asked cancellation policy. What happens if I can't make a class? As I hope I've already illustrated, all of the classes are saved, even the office hours. I save them, I upload them to the website so you guys can watch the replays of everything. Let's hear from my mastermind members. Now, I know that I've seen a bunch of mastermind members here, so maybe there's some chatter going on in the chat about the mastermind already, but this is a testimonial from Tanya. She says, I believe in people who have vision. Visionaries need to support and encourage each other. The Productivity and Planning Mastermind membership provides a space to do that. It's more than just a monthly meeting to help women learn about planning, goal setting, and checking off a task list. It truly challenges you to act on taking responsibility for yourself by giving you permission to be yourself so that you can manage your time and change your life. So Tanya is really speaking a lot about the group aspect, which I do think is very, very important. We do group coaching, you know, when people say I'm having like a tough time with this, I jump in, I make suggestions. Other group members jump in and make suggestions. It truly is a group coaching experience. Like I'm truly in there every day. Not just doing prompts, but also doing, you know, productivity coaching, right? To some extent with people here. So absolutely something that's included with the mastermind. Elle says, I don't have many people around me that have similar thoughts or thought process, which is why I'm so grateful when Alexis created her Productivity Mastermind subscription group. To be around like-minded individuals without judgment is so refreshing and actually assists in your own productivity too, since the vibe of who you surround yourself will also rub off on you. Alexis also truly listens to your concerns and provides excellent feedback. She gives you no fluff tips and asks the hard questions. I look forward to learning even more about myself and continuously working on improving myself because I know I can be better, that I can do better, and I'm grateful to have someone like Alexis who often reminds us that we are enough, that we can take it slow and still accomplish it all, and that all it takes is one step, no matter how small. Okay, so that is from Elle, who is another beloved member of our community. I think I have two more of these. Carol says, I just wanted to let you know how much the Productivity Mastermind has helped me. I started out 2020 with basically no real goals and no plans except to make it through the day, the week, the month. I rarely woke up excited about the day. I wanted to get that excitement back again. I joined Empire Building and found that I could get excited about my work again. Then Alexis introduced the Productivity Mastermind. I jumped in on it right away. It was a chance to stay connected to a group of like-minded women who wanted to get things done. I have used Alexis's products before, the Master Planner and the Project Planner, and I knew how much they helped me in the past. We just finished setting our goals for 2021, and I'm excited about the new year. Alexis gives 110% to everything she does. I would not hesitate to join anything Alexis puts together. You will get so much more than you expect. That's from Carol. This was obviously from the beginning of the year, but Carol's still in the group, still killing it, like still going after her goals. So I think here's the final one that we have from Catherine. I've been searching for eons for the tools and information to get my ADD brain organized and working productively. I stumbled upon Alexis's YouTube channel last spring and it changed my life. Her planner pages, her videos, and most recently her empire building course and her productivity mastermind group have gotten me to slow down and think about how I'm thinking. I stray from the path because that's what my brain does. And I ask myself why I wasted more time, energy, money looking for it. I am a 25 plus year trial attorney running my own firm with 5 grandkids to spoil and Maltese show dogs to raise and train, but it has been Alexis's products, courses, and instructional videos that have done more to get me focused and productive than all the planners, self-help articles, videos, and books in the past 10 years. So Catherine is another well-beloved member of our community. And she points out something very important. A lot of people ask me, Alexis, is your planner for me, or your strategies for me if I have ADD or ADHD? Oh yeah. I have a lot of people inside of the mastermind that do have either ADD or ADHD, either suspected, they believe that they have it, or it is been formally diagnosed. And so you have almost your own little support group in there too. There's like a nice group of ladies who are actually ADD as well, or ADHD. So, they've been able to use my strategies and my tools and things like that to help them get organized, which is, I think, very much a testament to the power of this, like, very research driven functional planning philosophy that I really like to share with people. So you can join the mastermind today for just $22 a month if you choose the annual pay in full option. Your future productive and successful self will definitely thank you. Join the mastermind today for just 20. I have like double. I must have messed up my deck. I'm sorry. It's the best investment you can make for the future of your productivity and success. Now, to sweeten the deal on the annual membership, I've dropped the price even lower. So it's now $222 for a full year membership, and you still get the 2022 master planner. So you're getting a really, really good deal, and you'll get the rest of 2021 plus all the bonuses I share with you guys today. This is what the annual option looks like. I have it linked down in the description of the video, plus links to everything that I showed today in terms of the master planner system itself, and the individual calendar options if you just want to buy a monthly page, or if you just want to buy the weekly spreads or whatnot, or the daily spread. I have those all linked below the description of this video. So let's talk about how to check out real quick. So the top link in the description is going to take you to the sales page for the mastermind. It's going to see all the information we covered today, plus probably a little bit more. On that page, you can hit any enroll now button to view the listing for the course on my shop. Oh, wait a minute. The link in the description, is it taking you to the mastermind? I don't remember if the link in the description takes you to that sales page or if it's taking you, I don't remember what I put there. But you'll see, if it takes you to the sales page, you can click an enroll now button and it'll take you to that page you just saw on the presentation. Or if it might take you directly to the shop. I forget what I listed now. I'm so sorry. On that page, okay, you can hit enroll now. It's going to take you to the page. You can add it to your cart. There's a couple of different ways you can check out. Add it to your cart. You can check out on my shop with PayPal or a credit card via Stripe. There's also an Apple Pay option if that applies to you. The sale price on the mastermind is automatically applied. You could see it was already the price was crossed out. It's $222 now, so you don't need to enter any sort of coupon code. After the payment is processed, you'll be redirected back to the shop, where you'll see on the page a link for downloading your welcome letter and the planner files. If you miss the redirect back to the shop, don't worry. You'll also be emailed what looks like a receipt or invoice for your purchase. And inside the body of that email, there's going to be links to download the welcome letter to the mastermind and some files. I believe the files for 2022 are also in that listing. The welcome letter PDF includes a link to register for the course website for the mastermind, which is where all the master classes are housed, all the class materials, all the resources, and you'll find links to the Slack community over there as well. And if you have any questions, you can email me via alexis@strandcharm.com. Now, if you're just checking out with the master planner today, that you're saying no to the mastermind, similar process. You're just going to get the PDF links that are going to be emailed to you for you to use your planner immediately. And get excited. So you're going to love planning for a balanced life again. Don't delay. Enroll now in the Productivity Mastermind via the link in the description. So let's go ahead and open some Q&A. If anyone, I know we're like an hour and 15 in. We're doing good, you guys. Okay. Oh, Rose, hello. Great question. She says, if I'm already a member that pays month to month, how do I get this deal? So interested. So Rose, go ahead and just buy it and send me an email and I'll cancel your other one. You can absolutely do that. So if you are already a month-to-month member and you want to upgrade to the annual, just go ahead and check out, shoot me an email, and I will cancel your old one. Absolutely. Here we go. Carla says, still loving the mastermind. You can jump in and out based on your needs. I'm not in it every single day, but I do try to check in often and attend the classes. There's so much value. Thank you so much, Carla, for a little live testimonial here. And Rose says, I love the mastermind. I get a lot of ideas and inspiration from Alexis in the group. Awesome. Thank you so much. Another valued member of my community here. I'm working from the bottom up, but you know what? I should go scroll up and see and work our way down. But if anyone has questions, feel free to leave them. I know there's a little bit of delay, so this actually works out. Oh, such a good point here. Patty says, I've read a lot of planning books and the corporate focus annoyed me too. Life is way more than just business. I completely agree, which is why like my entire philosophy for productivity planning, etc., centers around the idea of creating balance in your life, in your business, whatever you have going on, and taking it from the focus. Like for me, and I've talked about this before, but if you haven't heard me say this before, it's very important to note, I do not think that the purpose of productivity and planning is so that you can get more things done in a day, so that you can just like overwhelm your schedule and check everything off of the box, so that you can like, feel like, I don't know, some advanced super person who like doesn't sleep, right? But somehow like survives by being busy, 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 hustle, hustle, hustle. That is not the reason, and not my goal for productivity and planning. The goal for productivity and planning to me is so that you can feel more in control of your life and for you to get more of the objectives and the things that you want in your life to come to fruition. That's what it is. It's not always about efficiency with me. As far as I'm concerned, the efficiency aspect of productivity comes from business, right? So many of the productivity books that even like I grew up with and love, right? Like David Allen's Getting Through Things Done, his whole thing, Franklin Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. These are business books. Even if we think about like actual strategies for working, right? Pomodoro technique. That's totally like a work strategy for like if you work in a corporate office. And I also often think of, if you guys have ever heard of the Ivy Lee method. This is a way of making a task list. Ivy Lee was a strategist, a business strategist who was brought on by a company to help them become more productive because their employees weren't being productive. And he came up with this idea that I think the Ivy Lee method is simply creating a daily task list of 6 prioritized items, which is very similar to my top 3, right? What are the 3 big things you need to get done today? His was 6 things you want to get done today. But why was he doing it? He wasn't trying to help employees to feel more in control of their lives and get more of their own personal goals accomplished. He was brought in by a company so that they could get their numbers and stuff up, which, I'm totally a capitalist. I think that that's important that businesses do well. But the idea of productivity and planning has always been rooted in corporate culture, in business, and efficiency. And I feel like it's very much time for us ladies to take it back and be like, no, I just want to have a beautiful, balanced life. I want to achieve more of the outcomes that I want in my life. I want to live as the person that I see myself as in the future. I want to, live life to the fullest in the way that that means to me and to you, and it may be different for each of us here. But that's the purpose of why I do all of this for you guys, is to help empower you to get into that mindset and so that you can get more of what you want in your life. Okay, so thank you so much, Patty. That was like, I know that wasn't exactly what you asked, but you just triggered something for me. So I'm trying to see if there's any more questions here. Yes, Terry says, I like the black and white and the ability to use any planner. Disc Girl all the way. Awesome. Team Disc all the way. But yes, you can use Discbound, you can use Filofax, Kiki K, Franklin Covey. You can go get a 6-ring binder from the store, like a big 6-ring binder, and they do make half-size 6-ring, like not 6, I'm sorry, 3-ring binders. You can get a half size, you can get a full letter size, and you can use that if you wanted to. You can use anything. I mean, technically, you could print the inserts out and just have them and just write in them. Like sometimes I do that and don't even bind them, depending on the insert. I sometimes just kind of like make my own little like booklet because they're intended to be printed booklet style. RL says, I love the new project tracker. Yes, the project tracker is definitely popular. This is great in so many ways. Edie, one of my OGs. Rose says, the transition pages are beautiful. Love the font. Thank you. Gloria's saying, I would use Filofax Personal. And you absolutely can, because one of the file type sizes that you get is Filofax Personal. Kitten says, I'm loving this. Looks so sleek and professional. I'm tired of seeing all the floral and decorative designs that I have no interest in. Yes, it's funny. I did a video about this like several years ago, actually, about how I feel like planners, when you go to the store and like buy a planner that's like bound, first of all, they all only have like the same sets of inserts inside of them. It's like a monthly and maybe a daily, a monthly and maybe a weekly. And like what I explained to you guys earlier. And the only difference is that they have different covers. And like planners for women nowadays, it's like pink, flowers, kittens, Sometimes they do like a sleek, you know, white marble that I like, right? I'm not going to say that I don't like all the covers that I see out there when I, you know, I'm looking at planners. But yeah, for the most part, I want to keep this so that it's as minimal as possible. If you want to add color, I add color to my planner. I use colored markers, highlighters. You guys know I like to use the Tombos, and this is how I add color to my planner, you know? Like highlighting things, adding these as check marks, etc. You could use stickers if you wanted to. It's something that I've really fallen out of doing. Other than on my monthly, I like to use like flags and stuff for like dates, but you know, I've fallen out of stickers, but there's tons of different ways that you can make a planner look brighter or whatever, or more colorful. My philosophy is just keep it minimal for the end user. I want to make it easy for you guys to print so that you can print it, you can see everything on the page, it prints well, and uses minimal ink, and then you fill it in the rest. Carla says, I love that section for my top 3. I'm assuming she means maybe the new objectives page, which you guys have had that already. B says, I'm right there with you. I'm not one for all the extra design. I love the neutral look of this. Thank you. I know it's not for everybody. The neutral's not for everyone, but I mean, if it is for you, it is for you. You know, it definitely is for me. Kitten's laughing at me for Scantron, my little Scantron solution to check boxes. Oh, I love the day on one page layout with the weekly plan page. Awesome. You know, that's the thing I'll tell you guys too. When I do my planner, I have been using, I've been using recently month on 2 pages. I've been using a week on 1 page. And then I also use some of my other inserts that I have elsewhere, like my CEO strategy planner inserts. And I sometimes use like a daily page. So if you also, that's one of the reasons why I have the option for you guys to buy all of the spreads if you want to at like a discounted price, is because you might want to do a monthly, a weekly, and a daily. Like, you know, like that's totally legitimate. I tend to actually use that more so now as well, especially with my business. If you have a lot of things going on, I think monthly, weekly, daily actually works very well. Oh. Okay, I think I'm down to the bottom now. Hoku asks, sorry, I sort of live under a rock. What's Slack? Okay, so the Slack element of the mastermind is there to kind of replace the idea of a group on Facebook. Slack is an app that you can get for your phone, and it's for all of the devices, Apple, Android, Google, all of the devices have the app, and there's a desktop app. And what it is a private chat forum. Actually, Slack is something a lot of times businesses use to chat with teams. It's a team like chat thing. So think about things like, I think Ventrilo might be similar, or there's another one I can't think of right now. Why can I not think? No, Ventrilo is not the same. What is the one I'm thinking of? Oh, there's another one people use. It's like a chat forum. Can't think of what it's called. It's not Ventrilo. I'm thinking of the wrong one. It's a chat forum that's private. That's all it is. So no one else who's not in our group can get to it. It doesn't require you to use Facebook or have a Facebook account. All you do is have like a little Slack account. That's it. So it's like its own, it's something that people use in like Microsoft Teams is kind of like that. I wish I could think of the name of the other one that I'm thinking of right now where people chat in like a forum. It's an alternate to using Facebook, essentially. That's usually used by businesses. Powell, I think, hope I was saying that right. Poe, maybe. One of the most important things that I've learned from you is that you can do everything I set my mind, but I'm having a bad day. I can slow down and it's okay. Absolutely. First of all, slowing down is one of my biggest productivity tips. Like, slow the heck down. You have a giant list of things you need to do today. You need to be calm and zen AF. Like, if you've got a lot of work you have to do, you know what I mean? Like, even for me this morning, preparing for this class, I was able to sit down and I was done my hair and makeup and I had my drink like just 10 minutes before. Like, that's how close I was cutting it. But it was because I was moving nice and slowly and intentionally through all the things I had to do. I had a bunch of hiccups this morning with the listings. Like I had to fix some things. No big deal. Like unexpected things came out. I had a big long to-do list for this morning, but going chill. I even had time, actually even in there had time to like, I took like a 40-minute bath, like relaxing bubble bath. Cause I'm like, I should zen out a little bit before, you know what I'm saying? Like slowing down is sometimes the way to speed up. It really is. Not sometimes, all the time. Don't feel like you have to run around like a chicken without their head on. Brandy, missed this, but you'll check out the replay. Okay, awesome. I'll see you later. Let me know if you have questions. Leave me comments. Monica said, can you go over again what you get when you purchase the 2020 master plan system? Okay, so like you mean on the, you can, okay, let's go through here. I'm gonna go over here. Let's go back to, let's go, okay. So, yeah, okay. So here is the listing. Okay, so when you go to the listing here, you have options for the monthly spreads that you want to use and the weekly / daily agenda spreads that you want. Okay, the master planner starts with this page here. Then it goes into a calendar divider. These are old calendars. I haven't fully updated these listings, but the calendar looks just like that. Then it goes into this tracker here that we saw. Again, these might be old, the ones from last year. I haven't fully updated the full listing. It's a lot to update. Then we have the yearly overview spreads. Then you have the project spreads. So you have on the project spreads, you have this spread here, which is that yearly project matrix. You also have the project, did I not add it? No, here it is. I did. I added it. Project tracker. And then you go into the project pages, project planning pages, which are these. I hope you guys are seeing this on screen. I just thought it would be clearer to show it. Then you also have the brain dump section with the brain dump inserts that look like that. You also have the brainstorm inserts that look like this. And then you have notes pages that look like that. And you have an index that looks like that. And then depending on what option you choose, you might use the month on 1 page, month on 2 pages, week on 2 pages. This is the week on 2 pages for the personal size because you do get both. This is the week on 1 page insert. And the day on 1 page insert. So it depends on what options you get. The core planning inserts that you get are the same calendars, the projects, brain dump, brainstorm, notes, index, and then the only thing that varies are what your monthly options are, or you can get both, and what your weekly to daily options are, or you can buy all 3, right? So from here, you could add to cart. And then you can see view cart. It's in your cart. And then you can proceed to checkout. I would just proceed to checkout, but if you want to buy with Apple Pay or PayPal, etc. And you just fill in your information and you check out. Does that make sense? I hope that was helpful. But you could definitely go back and take a look at them or check out the listing and you can see like the in-depth pictures. Like I said, I updated some of the pictures. I have not updated all of the photos. So some of them it's different dates, but all the same stuff. Oh, I love this here. Teresa says, I have the full master planner and the CEO strategy planner, and I couldn't run my business or my life without them. So highly recommend them to anyone sitting on the fence about buying them. Thank you so much, Teresa. Yeah, you guys, these really are such a great value. And I know that for some people, the idea of doing printing at home seems scary. I have been perfecting this over the years. I have some really great sets of print instructions that you guys get. I also have a video on printing, cutting, and punching your inserts. It really is just choosing some settings, and I walk you through the settings to choose and printing them out, just having paper. You get to choose the weight of paper. The weight of paper I use is usually 24-pound 98 bright. In the past, I've used 32-pound paper, which is very nice and thick, and a lot of times people who do fountain pens will use that. But 28-pound paper is also nice and thick. The issue with me is that you guys know I'm inside of my Chanel desk agenda. So I only have 3/4 inch discs fit in here or smaller. And so I need the thinner paper, and that still works out lovely for me. This is it. Corey got it. Discord. Discord is another similar sort of service that people use. So if you've heard of that, maybe, or Microsoft Teams, it's usually used for, Slack is usually used for businesses, or any teams, any groups can use them. Great question, Claire. How long is the Productivity Mastermind annual special price cost offered? End of the month it ends. So it ends on August 1st. So buy before August 1st and you're good. So I have it up for, what is that, like another week? Another week, right? Yeah, another week from today. You guys get it for a week. You get the special price for a week. Now, what I will say is if you don't buy in this, I mean, why wouldn't you just buy? At this point, you're getting a full year with me. You're getting the backlog of all the classes and resources and things I've made for the mastermind. You get the planner, which is $75 anyway. But even if you miss out on that $222 offer, right? It goes up to $264, which is still just $22 a month for the mastermind, plus you get the planner. So it really is a tremendous deal. Okay, so you guys, it is 3:33, and I feel like this is a sign. 3:33, you guys know I love repeating numbers. 3 is the number of abundance. I'm so happy you guys are here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me go ahead and leave on a beautiful outro of my face instead of that. Oh, here I am. Thank you guys so much for coming today. I really hope that you guys love the master planner as much as I do. And I want you to know that I will be doing some more dedicated content on the planner over the next couple of weeks. I might drop a whole bunch of different videos. I have like a whole bunch of video ideas, but let me know if there are anything specific you want to know or see about the planner. And I will absolutely take those requests into consideration. Yeah, so I'll be doing some new videos on it, so you'll get to see it in different ways. I'll probably do an updated planner tour, etc. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. I look forward to seeing many of you in the mastermind with me. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, I'm here. Do not hesitate to send me an email. Email is always the best way to message me if you have like a question about a product or a service, or if you need me to do something like change your membership, etc. like that. Always better to email me. Alexis@strangecharm.com, but I think there's a link somewhere on YouTube. And if you go over to my site, you'll be able to find like the contact me link. But yeah, if you have any other just general questions or just like recommendations for what you'd like to see about the planner in the future, feel free to leave those in the comments, okay? So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and an end to July. And I will see you in the next video, you guys. Bye.